And we're trying to stick with him because we have better grip. Or they push us here literally on the grass and then we're going around the outside. Or the steering wheel literally went straight and absolutely pushed us to the grass. And we couldn't do anything. Hello guys, it's Barry here. And finally we are back with PSGL season. And yeah, we are heading now to my final Q1 lap. And obviously first round of PSGL, which was Brazil. And now let's get into the lap. Straight away, just to give you guys a little bit of explanation why I'm only showing the last Q1 lap and everyone is just bunched up. You can see it just the quali started rainy and we all did like the rain laps, and obviously it was one shot at the end of Q1. So yeah, it was not a really easy situation, but obviously it's the same for everyone. Now let's get into the lab. Obviously first thing, it didn't look that great, but I think, you know, everyone just gonna take it quite safe because obviously you don't know how much grip is in the track and you don't really want to do any mistake because it's just gonna be out of Q1. So here we're just trying to hit as much apexes as we can and try to do a clean lap. And for now it didn't look that great, but it's not that bad as well. Let's say it this way. And now we're heading to our final corner. Trying to, you know, get a good rotation, not really using that curb a lot. And yeah, as you can see, I straight away went undeafened because, you know, it's just a straight. As long as I don't invalidate, it should be fine. And, you know, John and engineers telling me I should be fine. And we end up being fine. We finished P5 and P10 with Isma. So it was quite good. We are through to Q2 and that's all that matters. And the big shocking one was Freddy. Freddy Rasmussen was out of Q1. As I said, I mean, this condition, anything can happen. And we made a mistake in our first like new tire Q2 run in my first lap. So I could slow down and go for, you know, second lap. And again, it looked quite bad sector 1. You know, it's just first race of the season. Maybe the nerves are, I don't know, a bit higher than usual. And yeah, it was not a good first sector, not at all. And for now, we bottomed out a little bit as well. And like exit of turn 4. And here we just, you know, we knew we are not on a good lap. We are on the second lap of the tire. So yeah, it's just not gonna be a really pleasant you know, feeling. So we just need to try to do a clean lap, and this lap looks horrible, not gonna lie. We're missing so many apexes and just not good, not clean at all. Last corner wasn't that good as well. Obviously we knew straight away when we exit last corner we're not gonna go through with this lap at least because it's just wasn't a really good lap, and we end up being P6. So yeah, not ideal. And we end up being P8 when everyone finished the lap. So now we're starting our final Q2 run, which we knew we have to improve and we have way more potential. So now heading to turn 1. Finally hitting the turn 1 apex, quite nice. Opening up for turn 2, and we got a really good, you know, exit out of turn 2. That's what we really needed. Because when you're on this type of laps that you know you have to improve, it's really crucial, you know, to, you know, be on a good lap straight away. And we made a big mistake, I think. Turn 4, we didn't carry enough speed and we lost a lot. But we knew in general, like in sector 2, we have so much time because we barely hit any apexes, especially in the last corner of sector 2, which we now heading to it in this hairpin. Again, third gear, finally hitting the apex, which was not happening. But finally we managed to do it, and off it was on the inside. We managed to do the last corner pretty nicely, not really getting, you know, because it is quite easy to get, you know, you lose your concentration, and then, you know, you make a mistake. And then we did a really good lap. It's a 1-6. We end up being P1, our teammate P3. So quite good, quite perfect. You know, it's just going perfectly for now. Now we're heading to Q3, have 2 set of fresh tire, and now we're heading to my first fresh tire run. We're going to turn 1, hitting the turn 1 apex, not perfect, but the turn 2 cut was actually quite nice. We carry so much speed in turn 1, obviously, so still could have been a good sector 1, which we did a good sector 1, but you know, just because we carried so much speed and we cut turn 2 quite nicely. And now we're heading to middle sector, which was the sector I think I felt quite good at it. I think the first sector was the sector that I felt sometimes, you know, it not as consistent as middle sector. And here again, we went a bit wide, but again, we went quite early on throttle this corner. We hit the apex quite nicely. I mean, the lap looks good, to be honest. Nothing crazy, obviously, but still looking quite clean, looking quite good. And the split was quite good as well. And now we're heading to finishing our final banker. As you heard John saying, I did a good banker as well, which was, you know, which we ended up being P2 and Otis beat us. And now we're heading to our final Q3 round, which all that matters. But we already have a good banker. So we knew this lap going to roughly give us top 5, top 4. So, you know, the nerves were quite low. And here, you see, the data is red. Even though turn 1 was way better, but it just, I didn't sense turn 2 enough. And the sector 1 was actually slower. And now we're heading to middle sector. Absolutely cooked turn 4. That was a really good turn 4. And now we knew, you know, middle sector maybe could be a little bit more lap time there. So we're just trying to nail it. And again, going to turn 9, we didn't really manage to do it good. I don't know if it was turn 9 actually. I think it was actually turn 8. And now we're heading to, you know, we're still quite a good split and quite a good lap. And now we're heading to final corner. We absolutely cooked it again. And now here, I'm super happy with my lap, obviously, in the session. You know, I'm super happy. And you can see top left, Otis is the 912, but I didn't see it. And I did this lap and
He said that's PP.
And I realized I am not on pole, and I was quite shocking. And you can hear it. I showed the result. You guys can go back and look at it. And Angela told me, and Otis apparently did his PB, which is well done to him. That was a crazy lap. And now we're heading to our race, and we got a good start. And Thomas starting on hard, but actually you can see on the arrow, he just disappeared. He retired because I remember somebody ready up too early in this race, but a mistake, and we barely had any time to put our setup and tires in the field and everything. And I think Thomas couldn't do it, and I thought it's gonna be a restart, and he couldn't do it, and really unlucky for him. And we didn't restart, and his race was just finished, just like that. And yeah, and now we heading to, you know, race. And again, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then Yona and all the engineers just asking PSGL, what we're gonna do? Is it gonna be a restart or not? But for now, we as a driver, me and Isma, just trying to focus. Otis driving super slow, and by the time I had maybe a little bit of thought that he might go for 1 stop. Because, you know, in this race, you could go for 2 stop and 1 stop. And our plan was quite obvious to go for 2 stop. Because we thought, you know, maybe doing 1 stop would be too risky, or I don't even know if it's possible. But Otis was going for 1 stop. And here, we just passed Otis. A really good start by Isma. I mean, he's P4 as well after what happened by Thomas. So we are in a really good position as a team to get a really good result. And here, you know, we passed Otis, and we're not even like destroying the tires, because obviously we don't know what's gonna be our main plan. Because obviously for 2 stop, you can, you know, go a bit later on the first stop, or, you know, you can go super early, which if we want to go super early, we could destroy these tires. But obviously we didn't know the plan. There was no point pushing it. I mean, I'm pushing in a certain, level to not really let Otis chill. But I think looking back at it, I had to fully push and to absolutely push Otis to not save tires. But yeah, I mean, we didn't do it at the end, and we moved to lap 6. And again, nothing happened, nothing to show. And our teammate Isma went for early undercut. So, maybe we can get to, 1-2 position. And the funny thing is, this lap, they told us to push. And we're gonna absolutely push. And obviously, they're gonna tell Isma to, maybe not push that hard. Because even if I come in front of Isma, then it's still, the perfect probably scenario. Because even if I came out behind Isma, I will probably overtake him because I have better tire. And then you can see on the map on turn 4, and then Ulas also undercut even one lap. He pitted one lap even earlier than Isma. So he just gonna push Isma to even undercut me. Obviously, because that is his goal. And here we pushed on a certain level, and we boxing trying to not speed, and managed to do it quite well. And here we boxing for a hard, which we knew we're just gonna do 2-stop. That was the whole plan, and then good stop, not really got hold. As you can see, Yona keeps saying we need to be ahead of Ulash. And here we're just trying to, as best as possible on this line and this tricky, pit exit. And here we're just trying as hard as possible to be ahead of Ulash. And Isma already passed us, and we are easily ahead of Ulash. Not easily, we're just going defensive. And we managed to do that, which is perfectly what we wanted to do, and we're obviously super happy about it. And yeah, it's just going perfectly. And then we're going to lap 9 when I passed Isma. I recharged battery a little bit, and and you can see on the map Jarno, Otis, and the 2 McLarens and Nico are both absolutely pushing and going for, I don't know, 1-stop or longer with 2-stop, longer string with 2-stop. Because I mean, you can see on the map everybody following Otis, and everybody telling me to full push. Because I passed Isma with 1 lap fresh tire, and Isma can save a bit of tire now, and it's my job now to absolutely push these tires, because this is not gonna be the tires we're gonna finish the race with. So we don't really need to save these tires. We just need these tires to go to the certain laps, and it should be fine. That's it. And now here we're pushing on a really good level, because you can see Isma managing the gap, saving tires, and at the same time I think we are trying to maybe gap Ulash if we can. Tom Malley has retired from the session as well, and has left the session actually. We nearly gap Ulash, and we're actually pushing as much as we can, and we moved to lap 14, and on lap 10 Jarno also pitted, and we absolutely gapped everyone. We gapped the people who pitted with Isma or 1 lap earlier than Isma, and we absolutely gapped everyone. It's just going as a perfect race for us now. But Jarno pitted like 3-4 laps, I think 3 laps later than us, so he has a big tire advantage. And so again, we just have to keep focused. We have to also catch Otis, because by the time now we absolutely knew he's going for 1-stop. So we just have to absolutely push every lap, destroying these tires. And we're driving quite well as well, pushing the tires on a good level, because you absolutely cannot really destroy the tires, because on the maybe you do 1 good lap, and then for the rest of the stint you're just gonna have a really bad tire. And here again we're absolutely pushing, and Isma just not full pushing, just on a good level to just can keep up, and at the same time save a bit of tire. And again, we absolutely gapping Lucas and Ulas, and we know Jarno is coming. And now we heading to lap 21 because nothing happened, and Jarno managed to pass everyone, and he is the one catching us, guys. Jarno is the one catching us, and he's also going for two stop. So and we have to box all of us, and we're trying to see what we have to do, because obviously this like pitting for this stint is quite crucial for rest of the race, because this is the tire that you're going to finish the race. At the same time, because Isma pitted, Isma pitted one lap earlier than us. His tire were quite worse than us, so he had to pit, otherwise he couldn't really make it. So I think this lap, Isma gonna box, and Otis apparently is behind the train with a lot of people on two stops. So our strategy looks the one to win, basically, and we're gonna catch Otis by the looks of it. And again, Otis, Isma didn't really push this lap, so Jarno have more gap to us, and he doesn't have DRS for this lap. I mean, he has it from Isma till turn 1, but he doesn't have it till turn 4.
What? My button didn't work.
And Isma apparently saying his button didn't work.
Why?
But I don't know what happened. I just heard it now. People telling me, engineers telling me that probably this lap I'm gonna box, even though Jarno catching me a lot, because obviously he has better tire. At the end of the stint, it just shows how much better tire, how faster it is. And again, here we can see the gap is not like that close, so Jarno will pass us this lap. And again, you're not saying maybe we can go for extra one, because we had tire to do extra one. No worries on that. And again, we're saying if I can stay ahead, then why I'm not like going with Jarno, like going for one more extra, because I'm gonna have better tire at the end of the race, which is what we did. Which it's really good for me, but at the same time, I think for Isma, the problem is because we have 2 lap, tire advantage compared to Isma. Then playing as a teamwork, will be quite hard. So at this time, we didn't know if Isma could, I can, because in the second stint we knew I'm gonna absolutely push everything I have, because I have to catch Otis. And we wanted Isma to be behind me, and hopefully he has the pace to save tire. But at the same time, obviously he pitted already 2 lap earlier. I'm gonna have better tire advantage already, and I have to absolutely full push. And here everybody saying, like, Jarno told me already 100% unboxing, and Jarno stay also super close in case I'm going for one more extra. This time he's gonna make sure that he passed me. Here, we boxing again. This is gonna be our final stint, which is the one that we're gonna absolutely push. Like, no doubt, we're gonna absolutely push these tires to an absolute limit. We're not gonna have traffic. We're just gonna have open track to absolutely push. And again, we're gonna try to be ahead of Lucas. We don't want to lose any lap time, and again, it's going to be quite close, and we don't want to be we absolutely using. So, and Lucas didn't really fight with us, thanks to him, because obviously he knew he doesn't really want to lose lap time. And again, Lucas is with us, and we move to lap 26, and we passing Isma. He didn't really fight us, obviously. He let us go because again he need to save tire as well a little bit, because Jarno pitted even I think 2 laps later than us, so he's gonna have even a fresher tire. And here telling Isma he has to save as much tires as he can, and I have to absolutely push these tires to catch Otis. because I have to catch him and make a move. The gap is 7.7 seconds, and we have roughly around 9 laps. So by the paper, I have to catch him, but not as easy as we thought. Even though Otis was only one car, only one car doing one stop, and in my head I thought I'm gonna catch him, but in these few laps, the problem is it's gonna cost us maybe 1-2 tenths per lap. I cannot full push because Isma has to save tire, and if I absolutely full push, he will be out of DRS, and I cannot do that because obviously it's gonna damage his race and maybe even our race, and that is what happened. That it's gonna cost us 1-2 tenths per lap, and we haven't catch Otis yet on lap 34. We are a bit worried, and because Jarno is also behind Isma, pushing Isma, and Isma absolutely defending to also helping our race. And we went wide. This is gonna be this was our first warning of the race, which was lap 34, and we just absolutely pushing everything because if I don't catch him, then it's GG. Like I cannot make the move, and Otis will end up winning the race. Again, we're absolutely pushing, going to this section, just absolutely pushing, and Jarno doesn't have DRS, which was quite good, thanks to Isma. It was really good that he doesn't have DRS, so I knew that I'm not gonna be on, like he's not gonna push me to lose lap time or something. And here again, this last 2 laps, I know I'm gonna absolutely push everything. I'm gonna push everything because I have to catch Otis. Like I don't even have any ERS available, and Otis absolutely doing amazing job. Obviously, have to give him credit as well.
Yeah.
And here we are using so much battery just to get to Otis, and we knew it's gonna be super tough. He obviously saved a lot of tire as well. And here, Jarno didn't even catch us because I think we had a really good pace, and Otis obviously had a really good pace, and we absolutely pushing here. And here we knew we just have to try to be as close as possible, and we're trying to do everything as best as we can. Otis has more ERS apparently, and again we're going to last corner. We had a really good last corner. We have just more grip, and now going to final lap of the race. Here, thinking about it, I'm using everything on ERS. Here, I dive down the inside. I lock the front a little bit. Otis turned a little bit too early. I let him pass. I even brake. You can see. And again, we're gonna go for attack again. That was why I didn't even go on ERS early. Because maybe it was a bit edgy from my side. So here I let him just get a good gap, and then here I attack him again on turn 4. We managed to go around the outside. We managed to switch back him, and now we're trying to go around the outside on the double right. And now we're trying to stick with him because we have better grip. Otis push us here literally on the grass, and then we're going around the outside. Otis steering wheel literally went straight and absolutely pushed us to the grass. And obviously we couldn't do anything. We literally got pushed off track, and here I left Otis a lot of room because we preferred to have Otis behind us, literally going to the finish line. Here we just managed to save 50% ERS and using everything to the line. Just for information, guys, I have got given, I think, a 3-second time penalty after what happened with Otis. I fully disagree. I think most of the people disagree.
Yeah, we did.
Just most of the people disagree, and I think what happened was just obviously for turn 1. I kind of get it, but I got 3-second time penalty for what happened in the middle sector, which PSGL rules literally mention that the driver. That in this league, the defending driver has to make an effort to leave space in any scenario, which he didn't do it. And obviously it was real life. I would fully understand it. and what happened, and I had to back off. But in PSGL, because it's their rules, and they didn't really follow their rules, and I got given 3-second time penalty. But at the end, I'm happy with how the race goes. Maybe I could do better in the last lap as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the race. The new league racing videos that I have done, I'm just everything gonna come out soon. So make sure to subscribe, like, and stay tuned. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.